But Jeffrey joins me now for a review of your thoughts. Hello again, Jeffrey.
Bukola, let's find out what the people have been saying. I particularly like this segment because it's our feedback portal as far as what you've been talking about on the social media, especially on X. So let's get straight to the very first one, where Dangote Refinery says it has reduced pump price. Okay, not pump price now. PMS price, wholesale. So when Dangote says it's selling PMS at a certain price, let's be clear, they said that's wholesale. So the marketers, whether it's Moman, Ipman, and all the man people.
So from 919 naira per liter to 970 naira per liter.
Yeah,
so just a 20 naira reduction.
So, well, for me as a Nigerian, I don't think I'm impressed yet.
There's no need to celebrate, right?
What is 20 naira? I said. At the end of the day, look, these days I don't even know what's wrong with the PMS. You buy PMS,
and
you used to buy less than 15,000 before. Now you buy for 75,000 for your car, and in 1 week it's over. I don't understand. Is it anyway? Let's find out what the people are saying on this one. Joseph says, "Bravo to a Dangote refiner, and we hope the marketers will also reduce their own price for the benefit of the consumers." So,
and
just 20 naira. Just before you get too excited.
So don't rejoice. So, but we've seen a crawling reduction in the pump price. Let's acknowledge that from 1,100 naira per liter, we saw it reduce to 1,050 naira per liter, and now it's down to 1,040 naira per liter. But it depends on where you're buying from, because in some areas in the country there is no significant reduction, maybe 5 naira, maybe depending, particularly for those in the north, they may still be buying for 1,100, 1,200 naira per liter. So who's the next writer this morning?
Amy
Obi says Dangote Refinery reducing price is like naira depreciating and appreciating against dollar. It will lose 20 naira and gain 2 naira. They were increasing price of petrol by hundreds of naira. Now they are reducing by 10 kobo. Amy will get you.
We need to frame and screen grab and frame this one. I like this perspective. So now that the dollar, the crude oil is down in terms of pricing, WTI is even less than 70. The other one is around 70. Is this? So if crude oil price goes to 100, how much are we not going to be buying fuel? So because it's deregulated. Oslo says way still too high. For national peace and economic prosperity, Nigerians should trade the other product in crude oil with Dangote to get 150 naira to 200 naira per liter price from Dangote Refinery, not depot price, pump price. This way, no cash is paid as subsidy to anybody.
Let's go to the next talking point now, yes, Jeffrey. And this time is from Edo State, where there's a new dawn in the administration following the change of guard. Governor Monday Okpebholo has restored Oba of Benin's full powers. Of course, we also hear that he has set up a panel to probe his predecessor in office, former Governor Godwin Obaseki. So what are you saying about this new decision by the governor? Nana says, ordinarily, I don't like commenting on traditional issues like this. However, my only advice to my Edo sisters and brothers is not to allow the historic traditional monarch to be politicized.
We've been talking about this, well, it's been a back and forth. Let's find out from what Adiola says. I wish I could say it here. Okay, that's it. This is the beauty of democracy. Kudos. I guess you wanted to say to able governor.
And Ekene says, the truth is that politicians have found their way into the monarchy and they'll do everything to control them for winning election. I guess it's trying to say to win election.
Yours says, kings like the Oba should not be subjected or subjugated to the governors of the state.
Now, let's go to the next talking point. At this time, it's about the report from the Auditor General of the Federation, which uncovers 197 billion naira contract fraud in MDAs. And Divine is the first user. Divine says they keep uncovering with no one accountable for it. Almost every MDA has control officers. Are they not supposed to vet and approve all the necessary vouchers before payments are made?
All right, so it's going to be part of our conversation in the program. So we'll have to help break it down as to what these irregularities are. There are policies of government when it comes to public spending and expenditure. Some of these guys did not follow through, and the Auditor General has actually found those gaps. Suleiman says, name the MDAs and those involved and the amount. More importantly, let's see that proper action is taken against them. not the business as usual. If you get to the papers, I'm sure you see the names of some of those MDAs as well.
And Emmanuel AJ says those responsible should be arrested, investigated, and tried for gross corruption and theft.
Okay, Freeman says audio money. If not audio money, use that same money to build cassava processing factory. Let's see that recovered money did what recovered money did in Nigeria or does for Nigeria. I guess that's what you need to say.
Good question. Amostode says the issue is not how much has been uncovered, but has it been recovered? All the money that was recovered by the EFCC, what was it used for? Okay, so that's as far as public accountability is concerned. We're going to talk about this as much as possible because I forgot to say, I saw a few days ago that the EFCC boss had fired 2 officials who I think they alleged they went into some sharp practices and they will be prosecuted. I think we must commend him for that. You know, I've always told him that Yahya Bello is not taken to court, and so that the man clears his name or is found guilty and goes to jail. That is my marker for him, whether it fails or success. Not these Yahoo boys things, as much as we commend him for that. But we must also commend him for firing some of his officials who are giving the commission a bad name, because we hear allegedly that some of those officials are cashing out. So, Mr. Olukoyede, you have to zoom in on your people. Just like you follow up on Yahoo boys, your boys, you have to follow up on them, because we're hearing a lot of things allegedly. So, and speaking of calling out institutions, but suffice it to also say, that the Independent National Electoral Commission should also look within its space and fish out officers who are being compromised or being used by politicians to manipulate elections. Indeed, during the last general elections, there were reports that it identified some officials. I can't recall now if the report was that they were suspended, but what specific and definitive punitive action has been meted out on those officials, such that the bad eggs within the system are flushed out.
Exactly.
We really should know. There were so many reports of irregularities during the just concluded Edo election, but what is the commission doing about it? And this is the time where we call out the commission. Where is the spokesperson on voter education and public enlightenment? I don't
know whether they even have a substantive person in that
speaking to the press. There must be accountability from the commission. So we want INEC to talk to the press.
Absolutely. I think the only person that speaks to the press, I think I've seen his appearance just once or twice, is the chief press secretary to the national chairman. I don't know whether they have a voter education commissioner right now.
Indeed, INEC does have a...
I don't know, because since Professor Tokoyo left, that's why I said I don't know whether there's somebody that has replaced him and all of that, doing that role. But if there's a person, you're not doing that commission well by not speaking out. Your chairman is not speaking, nobody is speaking. That is not good. All right, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, it's going to be time for us to have a conversation. Our colleague Kari is in Abuja, is going to start on that conversation with all our guests, and we're talking about the issue of PDP Governors Forum and some of the things they've raised, the internal party politics, as well as their comments on the management of our Commonwealth by Bola Tinubu, our president. Join us again.